Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can cut this kimono jacket. Yes, it has a rope at the side so you can adjust it. First step, you need your fabric and you fold it into four. Yes, so the part that is open, don't mark that point. Use the side that is folded. So we're going to be marking our neck width 4 inches, our shoulder slant 2 inches. We're going to come down by 2 inches, then connect that neck point to our shoulder slant. We're going to come down by 2 inches for the neck depth. Then you connect it together. Once we're done with that, the point we came down by 2 inches, we're marking 11 inches for our sleeve opening. Then I'm coming in by 1 inch. So now you're going to mark this all the way down to have a straight line. Then pick up your ruler and connect the line. I'm connecting it to the point we marked our 11 inches. Then we'll connect that point now to the sleeve opening. But you're not going to go straight, you just give it a little bit of curve. Then the next step, from shoulder to the length where you want your kimono jacket to stop. So that's the length of the jacket plus allowance. Then I connect the line together. I'm so sorry guys if you're not seeing. All I'm doing there is just marking the shoulder to the length and adding allowance, drawing the lines straight, then cutting. I'm cutting my jacket now. By the way, this folding we folded into 4 will give us 2 pieces. Yes, so one for the front and one for the back. So once we are done cutting this out, we are marking the back pattern now. Once we are done cutting, I will remove one part for the back, then use the other side to recut now for the front jacket. So now this is one. I've already removed one. So I'm going ahead marking for the front. I'm marking from shoulder to my half length, then going in by 1 inch. I'm going to connect that line now, that my half length to my neck width. Just connecting the line as shown. Next step is for me now to connect that one from the half length all the way down to the jacket length. So I'm going in by 1 inch, then I connect from my half length down to my jacket length. So I'll go in again. That's from my shoulder to my half length, then all the way down to my jacket length. That's simple. Then you cut. So now this front panel is going to give us 2 pieces. because when you cut it open, you have two pieces with you. So that's for the back and this for the front. So this is for my back, and you can see. So now you place the two pieces on the back, right side facing right side. That's what I'm doing here. I just placed that one. I just finished cutting for the front. I place it on the back. Then you hold 1/2 inch on your shoulder. It will not give you one piece. What I'm doing here now, I'm just keeping a mark. I'm folding the fabric into two now, just making a mark, a tip mark on the back neck, just to know the center of the jacket. So now I'm going to be taking the measurement from our jacket length to the center notch to know the length for our collar. Why I am stopping there, because I'm going to be cutting this collar into two. Yes, this stripe into two. So that's why I'm marking it all the way down to the center notch. So this is the strap I just finished cutting our collar. This is 5 inches. Yes, 5 inches, and I added an estee gum to one part. When you fold it, that's 2.5. So I cut two of this collar. I cut two of this and I join it to give me a long strap. So I'm adding the estee for it to just have a bit of thickness. So now I'm going to bring my kimono jacket in. Sorry, what I'm showing you here, this is not what I did. I didn't do this. What I did was that joining you saw on the stripe we just finished cutting. I place it on the notch I made on the jacket so that that joining line will be at the center of our back neck. Sorry, I'm very sorry. You're going to see by the time I'm through. I held it by 1/2 inch as shown in the video, then match it. So this is it. This is what I am saying. So you can see that's the center. That's the joining we did. Yes, and I sewed it. At that point, I notch it. So I sewed it all the way down to my left and all the way down to my right. I added allowance to my strap. I cut the collar I cut. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trimming it off now. You need to add allowance to that measurement you take from the length of your jacket to that point you notch. You need to add allowance for it to be on a safe side. All I'm doing now, I'm folding it back, just placing it on the table. Placing it on the table. The next for me to fold in by half. This is my sleeve opening, and by half again, altogether 1 inch. Then you sew it down. You fold it half and go in by half, and you sew it. So I am done with that, and yes, I am done with that. You can see. Then you're going to start from that your sleeve opening. You shape it in by 1 all the way down to your jacket length. As you can see, I'm showing you. You take it to the sewing machine and shape it in by 1 inch from your sleeve opening all the way down. So you can see in the video, I have adjustable rope at the side. So this is how to do it. You just go ahead and cut out 4 of this strap and fold it to making it a tiny rope. Then mark where you want it to start from. So I'm taking it from my length now to 15. That's why I marked it. That's why I want it to stop. I mark that out. Then the next I'm going to be marking where it will end because of the folding. You know, we added allowance while cutting our kimono jacket. So that's the point now. I'm going to be folding mine 1 and 1. So that's 2 inches. So I am marking that there. So sewing it now, you open your seam allowance. And place this rope you cut out, you made, place it there, stitch, place it there, and cover the seam allowance. You can see it inside the seam allowance now. Once you're done, you sew on top of the seam allowance, not on the rope, on top of the seam allowance, not on the rope, so it will give it room to adjust. Just on top of the seam allowance. Then you notch the up. Where we marked our 15 inches, you definitely have to sew the rope there. I don't know if you understand. And please mind you, we marked where we are going to end the stitching. That's our 2 inch for our bend. So this is it. It's inside that seam allowance now, and this is our 2 inches I told you about that we're going to fold in. That's our allowance, and that's how the rope is done. Fix it inside the seam allowance, then sew it on the seam allowance, not on the rope. Then end it at the 2 inches we marked out, so you can adjust the rope. And you have to secure that rope at the edge where we marked the 15 inches so that it won't pull when you're trying to adjust the fabric. You can see what I am doing there. I stitch at the edge. So guys, that is it. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like, comment,